What is up, Panda God? I'm here again with another video, and today we're going to be looking at Antepede, and I want to do a video on Antepede as I've gotten a lot of questions, and although I've done a video in the past, I know that it can be confusing and people just might not see the video, so I thought I'd do another video, and I do hope these just these tips and stuff will help, and also do have more information here. So we're gonna hop right into it. And first, I'm going to look at a commonly asked question: is Antepede considered a zombie? So for example, if you're rallying with Jaden, right, obviously it's zombie talents, will these zombie talents affect the Antepede? And real quick, let me actually note that no, it's you can even read it right here: effects that increase the amount of damage to increase the amount of damage dealt to zombies will not affect the powerful Antepede. So Antepede is not considered a zombie. There's also been people who have tested it and have concluded it is not a zombie. So I do hope that clears up some stuff. Next, I'll say just a really simple one, which will be joining stronger players' rallies. Big players, for example, because if you guys don't know, if you're joining, let's say, 100 million players rally over like a 10 million person, that player's technology is going to be applied to your troops, and you're going to be performing way better, obviously. So you want to make sure you're joining somebody that you notably know is very strong, and that will help you actually get more points. So make sure you're joining the right people. I also want to note something real quick that people can implement in their alliances or pass along to their leadership. So real quick, this is a level 10, obviously, so the requirements to max out are a lot higher, but I'm going to give you guys an example. So let's say we have a 200 million might player, and average they hit 150 million points, right? This player is going above and beyond of their actual point requirement, and in the case of you actually having Park Awakened, which at this point in the game most of us do, and everybody probably does in this alliance, right? Or at least bigger players, the alliance rewards aren't very necessary. So obviously, as a bigger player, you should be trying to hit these maximum requirements right here, and then you should honestly stop joining rallies. You should still be setting rallies, but unless your alliance is struggling to complete a level, for example, to progress the next level, for example, from 4 to 5, I would not be joining those rallies because you're taking up valuable space that others could take up. And if your alliance isn't always filling rallies, then fair, I think it's fine for them to probably fill rallies and stuff. But in our case, we obviously have our rallies fill really fast, and I think it's honestly better if you have a lot of the whales, stop joining rallies and just setting rallies so people are able to join them, obviously, get that technology and stuff. But once you hit those point requirements and stuff, you should probably stop. You shouldn't be taking up all that room. Next, would honestly be saying something small like this. Let's say you're rallying, and let's say I'm using Chun and Lewis, right? You should be trying to set rally restrictions on your squad and stuff, and this only works if you have a level 20 battle center, which troop type restrictions, you can restrict it to what troop type, and then you can also restrict to like what troop tier you want in here and stuff, you know what I mean, like the tier level up. But basically, I just wanted to say that real quick, so people who are trying to actually target a specific troop, maybe only want riders in there, they're able to set those restrictions and make sure that their rally is performing as good as possible based off that. Next, I will just talk about heroes. So obviously, I think the biggest thing for Antepede is skill damage. Besides obviously having really good technology, skill damage makes a massive factor, and you want to choose heroes that have high skill damage. Obviously, people like Lewis with 12k, same with Chun, 12k, right? Same with, I don't know, even a Dut, 12k. And I will say I actually prefer to run ranged rallies, and I'll tell you guys a real quick example. So if I look here at the base stat of just the troop in general, the troop type has a higher attack overall than, like, for example, infantry, right? So obviously they're going to be doing better. And although I've complained about maybe range melting a lot faster, in the case of Antepede, this isn't something that you have to worry about. And overall range is just a higher DPS, right? And that's why I personally prefer running range. But obviously, if you're like limited early game and stuff, there are like a lot of heroes. If you're a spender, you can always run, Catherine and Cynthia. Those are pretty high skill damage heroes, especially early game. And there's also heroes like Jaden. I think Jaden works pretty well early game as a limited option. You can always just shuffle through those and find the highest skill damage heroes. But skill damage is really massive, so make sure you're choosing your biggest just skill damage heroes in general, and that's obviously going to be the damage factor. I also want to make a quick note. Someone like Alexander might be a good choice if you're trying to buff possibly all of the, up to 5 squads around you. I think maybe everybody could run I don't know. I mean, you could have like, for example, 4 people running normal rallies, and you could have one dude with Alexander in there. I mean, that's just a little thing. If somebody wants to try that, you don't really have to do it. But I don't know. Maybe it'll be helpful. Next is for smaller alliances. Honestly, you have donations to Antepede, right? And in the case of a lot of smaller alliances that don't have a massive group of player bases or a big player base that's very active in donating and able to max these out every time, maybe if you're struggling to complete one level, you should actually wait to donate if you're not able to completely fill this, so you can hopefully get to the level 5 and just fill those donations, right? So maybe consider that as well. Just as a leader or something, try to restrict donations until you can actually complete it. And there's also small things like even just activating a buff that can go a far way, increasing attack of all squads. And there's also yeah, okay, there's another one. So having like big players close to the Antipede, you obviously would want, let's say, all your stronger players closer to the Antipede, because you don't want their long marches going across. You want to make sure that you're also close as well. You don't want to be marching from like 5 minutes away, holding up rallies and stuff. Just stuff like that makes a big difference. And there's also things like just scouting those caves. I think most people know about that. Just make sure you're also scouting those little cave things that pop up during Antipede, because they obviously have some pretty good rewards. And honestly, that might be it to the video. I did want to just give a little cover on this video, so I do hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope this information was helpful somewhat to some people. But I do appreciate you guys as always for watching, and I just thank you. You guys have a good day or night though, and I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace out.